Yan Fei, a character that is often forgotten about due to her many resemblances to Klee. Her playstyle, element, and even mechanics are all very similar to Klee's. However, there's a key difference between her and Klee that people tend to forget as well: her Constellation 4. It makes it when Yan Fei casts her burst, she will generate a massive pyro shield with a strength of 45% of her HP. What if, instead of building her as a DPS, we focused on her shield? Hey guys, it's Atomic and welcome to my channel. Today, we'll explore just how powerful Yan Fei is when built around her shield. Before we get into it, however, let's talk about the strengths and weaknesses of this build. Let's start with the strengths. Since we're completely focusing on making her shield as large as we can, the artifact requirements for this build is rather lack, with the only required substat being energy recharge. Her shield strength scales purely from her C4, which means there's no need to level her talents. Her shield is also very strong, rivaling that of Zhongli's. At talent 10 with 50k HP, Zhongli's shield has about 14k health, while at 30k HP Yan Fei's shield is about 13.5k. Now onto the weaknesses. The downside of the shield focus means that Yan Fei won't provide any other utility to her team. Another weakness is even though the artifact requirements are quite lack, if she doesn't have enough ER substats, she will struggle to be able to cast her burst when it comes off of cooldown. Her best weapon also needs billets to craft, which can be difficult to obtain. And lastly, her shield has a slight off time, but it could be completely negated with proper team rotations. As mentioned before, since Yan Fei's shield scales purely with her C4, none of her talents needs to be leveled. However, there's still a few things that would be good to explain. Her charge attacks can completely remove any elemental infusion on an enemy, even against Hydro. This could be useful to reset the element on an enemy for an animal character to swirl them. Her E generates 2 pyro particles with a 9-second cooldown and also generates the max number of Scarlet Seals, which is used upon charge attacking to reduce his stamina cost by 30% or 40% respectively. Her Q is our main focus. It costs 80 energy to cast and has a 15-second duration. Yan Fei's shield will be up for the entire duration of her burst. However, there will be a 5-second off time for her shield due to her burst's 20-second cooldown. With proper team rotations and correctly utilizing iframes, this 5-second off time will be virtually non-existent. For artifacts, the best set will be 2-piece Emblem of Severed Fate and 2-piece Tenacity of the Millilith, boosting Yan Fei's HP and energy recharge by 20% respectively. Prioritize getting 2-piece Emblem for the energy recharge, though. Keep in mind that these artifact sets only provide a nice small bonus, so if you don't have any good pieces for these sets, you can just slap on whatever pieces you have that has large amounts of ER or HP substats to compensate. 2-piece The Exile set is not recommended, however, as there is quite a huge difference between 4-star and 5-star artifacts' main stats. Do not use the 2-piece Retracing Bullite set as well, as the 40% shield strength bonus only applies to the character that has it equipped, not to the shield directly, meaning the set bonus only works for Yan Fei. Our artifact main stats should be an ER Sans, a HP % Goblet, and an HP % Circlet. HP % Sans is okay, only if you have enough ER percentage substats though. For substats, prioritize getting as much ER % as possible, around at least 220%. The Emblem set bonus will make this much easier, and any HP substats is also very nice, but not completely necessary, as Yan Fei can reach around 23k HP with just main stats alone. The best overall weapon for this build would be the Prototype Amber. It provides Yan Fei with some additional utility, namely healing all party members by a few percentage of their max HP, and also helps restore some energy to herself, which alleviates her massive energy recharge needs. With Prototype Amber at R1, a good ER percentage will be at around 220%, and at R5, it goes all the way down to around 200%. If energy recharge is still a problem, other weapons such as Felonious Codec and Hakushin Ring can be used. The difference between these two weapons is quite negligible, as both of their passives are unlikely to come into play, with only one of them providing slightly more energy recharge percentage as a substat. Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers is also a viable weapon, giving Yan Fei the ability to massively buff a teammate's attack percentage. Only use this weapon when you have enough ER percentage, however, as it provides no additional energy for Yan Fei compared to the other choices. A good team for her would be with Hu Tao. Yan Fei not only frees up Bennett, who is frequently used with Hu Tao but has low synergy with her, to be used in teams with better synergy, she maintains the Pyro Party buff, and her shield is also quite valuable to Hu Tao if Zhongli is not an option for you. Another team would be a niche but fun overload team with Yai Miko. Yan Fei's shield and slight healing if run with a prototype Amber can easily sustain this team, and if run with Hakushin Ring can give a team-wide 20% elemental damage buff. This Yan Fei build is quite strong and very flexible, serving well as a Zhongli replacement and a second Pyro unit for any team that could benefit with a Pyro Party aura. With proper team rotations, her shield's off time can be easily negated. The build is materially efficient, easy to farm artifacts and obtain weapons for, and on top of that, carefree to use. In my humble opinion, a nice, undiscovered playstyle. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe, that means a lot to me. Also, let me know in the comments what kind of videos you guys want to see next. This is Atomic, and I'll see you in the next one.